Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season. Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Okay, 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. Defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Touch pass on the run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we talk about with footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Gets open down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Moving out of the pocket. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorn! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast, at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that now.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, third and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Makes the catch right at the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Texas offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it.
He's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes. He has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You got him in third and long. You know it's a pass. No, it's not until it isn't. They run the football. They get you, get a first down. Frustration. Got to move on to the next play.
He'll ride his man on the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over the Sharks. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Goes to the option. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Line is set on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. run now on second down for this offense. Off play action. He'll throw it quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Steps away. Got rid of it just in time.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolute shank. Missed it. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hayden. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Dances away from the heat. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Line gets set, first down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back goes in motion. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air, it's Hendricks. Quarterback adapting. Throws into the middle of the field. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
He's looking for a man on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Longhorn! Reeled it in and just made the house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On the option. Running with power. And that ball's free behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll put the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Still running at the 40. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get to the end zone. Nice run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup. We've been keeping a close eye on. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. Obviously, you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch down the right side. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where.
Afterburner's coming. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, NC State.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Makes the catch. It's Rousseau. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Lets it fly. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. NC State will pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They move the tight end all over. On the run, it's Hawkins. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, going to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet. itself in really good position.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. An empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the 2nd half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the 2nd half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that, puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, we got to stop the run.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Second and 10 here. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Longhorn! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll go to the air. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. And he's running in the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires on the move. He caught it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
6-9-1, Gator smoke, lasso, lasso.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And it's just simple. A simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hayden. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end. Getting a nice positive game on the cross.
He's got him, and they convert. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from Yale.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense in a split backfield. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, they'll take to the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
They'll go with a direct snap. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Let's go!
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Still looking on the move. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll pitch it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a second down play.
Belly stutter. Moves. Hand. On the ready. Cricket.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, NC State.
Let's get it, man. Come on, guys. Let's shine defense. Touch the ball, defense. Let's go. Ready up.
Line gets set, first down.
Here we go. Hold.
Quick handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to the quarterback. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The offense tries a little razzle-dazzle to try and dial up a flea flicker, but the defense was not fooled. They stayed home in the back end, and they ended up coming up with a pick.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control. control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal.
He unleashes a long one. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Hendricks. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.